You think packing for a summer flight is simple. You roll a few shirts, grab your charger, maybe toss in sunglasses, and call it done. You feel ready, you feel organized, you feel like nothing can go wrong. That feeling is exactly why so many travelers end up sweating through security lines, dehydrated on the tarmac, sunburned at the gate, and stuck with a dead phone somewhere over 3 states with no charger in sight. Summer flying is not the same as flying in any other season. The heat changes everything. The crowds change everything. The delays change everything. Today, we are breaking down the 15 items that separate a smooth summer trip from a miserable one, including a small item almost nobody packs that ends up saving the entire day. Stay until the end, because item 1 is the one flight attendants quietly wish every passenger carried. Most of these items cost very little and take up almost no space, yet each one solves a problem that quietly ruins summer trips for unprepared travelers every single year. Hit like if you are ready to travel smarter this summer. Let us begin. Before we get into the list, if you found this channel because you are done overpacking and underpreparing, subscribe to Fly Smart After 70. We publish practical travel guidance every week for people who want fewer surprises and smoother trips. Number 15. Compression socks. It sounds like something only doctors talk about, not something you would ever pack for a beach vacation. But summer flights tend to run longer, connections tend to run tighter, and your legs sit still for hours at a time while cabin pressure works against your circulation. Swelling in the ankles and feet is common on any flight, and heat only makes it worse, since your body is already managing extra fluid retention from warmer temperatures on the ground before you even board. Passengers who ignore this often land with stiff legs, tight shoes, and hours of discomfort that follow them straight into their vacation. Compression socks keep blood moving, reduce swelling, and lower the risk of clotting on longer routes, all for the cost of a few dollars and almost no space in your bag. Smart travelers slip them on before boarding, not after landing, because prevention works better than recovery. They roll flat, weigh nothing, and take seconds to put on, yet almost nobody thinks about them until their feet are already aching, and by then, the discomfort has already followed them off the plane and into the first day of vacation. But the next item causes more dropped calls and dead batteries than anything else on this list. Number 14, a multi-port USB charging cable. You brought your charger, you feel prepared, and then you realize the only outlet near your gate is already taken by 3 other travelers charging laptops, tablets, and phones at the same time. Airports are busier in summer, outlets are scarcer, and everyone is competing for the same few plugs near crowded gates. A single cable only helps one device at a time, which means your phone waits while your tablet charges, or your portable fan sits dead while your phone tops off. A multi-port cable solves this instantly, letting you charge 2 or 3 devices from a single outlet or a single power bank, which matters enormously when gates are packed and outlets are rare. It also means you are not standing awkwardly near a stranger, hovering over a shared outlet, watching the clock while your battery creeps up 1% at a time. Smart travelers keep one in their personal bag at all times, not buried in checked luggage, because the moment you need it is usually the moment you have the least patience to search for it. And the next item is one that should never be forgotten, yet somehow always ends up at the bottom of a bag. Number 13. Prescription and essential medications kept in their original containers. You feel confident packing your daily pills, so you toss them into a small case or pouch to save space, thinking it looks neater and travels easier. That decision can quietly turn into a serious problem. The moment security asks a question, you cannot answer with confidence. Loose pills without labels can raise flags at checkpoints, cause delays, and in some cases lead to items being confiscated if they cannot be identified. Original containers with your name and dosage printed clearly remove all doubt instantly, and they protect you if a flight gets delayed, a connection gets missed, or a pharmacy visit becomes necessary in an unfamiliar city. Heat is also a factor here, since some medications lose effectiveness when left in a hot car, a hot trunk, or a hot-checked bag sitting on a summer tarmac. Keep essential medication in your carry-on in original packaging with enough supply for a few extra days in case of delays. It takes almost no extra space, and it removes an entire category of stress from your trip. But the next item solves a problem most travelers do not even realize they are creating for themselves. Number 12. Cooling electrolyte powder packets. You drink water and assume that is enough, since hydration feels like a simple problem with a simple solution. But summer heat pulls more than water from your body. It pulls sodium, potassium, and other minerals through sweat, especially if you are walking long terminal distances with a rolling bag in 90-degree weather before you even reach your gate. Plain water alone does not always replace what your body loses, which is why some travelers still feel foggy, tired, or lightheaded even after drinking plenty. Electrolyte powder packets are small, weigh almost nothing, and mix instantly into any bottle of water, giving your body what it actually needs during long travel days in the heat. Smart travelers keep a few in an outside pocket, not buried deep in a suitcase, because the best time to use them is the moment you start feeling drained, not an hour later. This single habit can be the difference between arriving at your destination refreshed or arriving exhausted before your vacation has even started, and it costs less than a single airport coffee. And the next item protects something far more important than your comfort. It protects your entire trip. Number 11. A travel document folder, either physical or digital. You trust your memory, your phone, or a random pocket to hold your boarding pass, your identification, your hotel confirmation, and your rental car details. That casual approach works fine until one of those documents is suddenly needed, and nowhere to be found in a crowded, noisy terminal. A dedicated folder keeps everything organized in one predictable place, so you are never digging through a bag while a line forms behind you or an agent waits at the counter. Digital versions matter too, since phone batteries die and signal drops, which means having screenshots or downloaded copies saved offline gives you a backup when technology fails you at the worst possible moment. Smart travelers build a simple folder before they ever leave the house, placing boarding passes, identification, hotel details, and emergency contacts in one place they can access in seconds. This tiny bit of preparation removes the panic of searching under pressure and keeps your trip moving smoothly from check-in to arrival. Number 10. Hand sanitizer and disinfectant wipes in travel size. You already know airports are crowded, but summer brings even bigger crowds. Since more families travel, more people fly for vacations, and every surface gets touched by hundreds of hands in a single day. Security trays, tray tables, armrests, and overhead bin handles carry more contact in summer than almost any other season. Yet most travelers pack sanitizer and forget it in a checked bag where it does no good at all. Keeping travel-size sanitizer and wipes in your personal item means you can clean your hands after security, wipe down your tray table before eating, and avoid carrying germs straight to your face without thinking twice about it. This is one of the cheapest items on this entire list, yet it prevents one of the most common ways summer vacations get ruined: a stomach bug or head cold picked up in transit. Smart travelers keep a small bottle clipped to their bag exterior, not zipped away in a hard-to-reach pocket, because convenience determines whether a habit actually gets used. And the next item saves more meals than almost anything else you could pack. Number 9. Healthy travel snacks. You tell yourself you will just grab something at the airport, since food courts are everywhere and options seem endless. But summer travel often means longer lines, packed restaurants, and delayed flights that push meal times later than expected, leaving you hungry, irritable, and reaching for whatever is fastest instead of what is actually good for you. Airport food is also expensive, and when you are hungry and rushed, you tend to grab sugar-heavy, salty, processed options that leave you feeling worse once you are in the air. Packing simple, healthy snacks like nuts, dried fruit, or protein bars means you control what goes into your body during a stressful travel day instead of being at the mercy of whatever line moves fastest. It also protects you from a real problem, since low blood sugar combined with cabin pressure and dehydration can turn a manageable flight into a miserable one. Smart travelers pack enough snacks for delays, not just the scheduled flight time, because summer delays are common and hunger makes everything else feel worse, turning a manageable wait into a frustrating one. And the next item solves a boredom problem that quietly drains far more energy than people expect. Number 8. A phone stand for in-flight entertainment. You plan to watch a show, read on your tablet, or video call family once you land, but holding a device for hours strains your neck, tires your arms, and eventually gets abandoned halfway through a movie you actually wanted to finish. A small phone stand solves this instantly, propping your device at eye level on the tray table so you can relax your hands, protect your neck, and actually enjoy the screen instead of fighting to hold it steady through turbulence. This becomes even more valuable on longer summer routes, where flights to popular vacation destinations often run several hours, and holding a phone the entire time is simply not realistic for most travelers. It folds flat, takes almost no space, and costs very little, yet it transforms a cramped, uncomfortable flight into something closer to watching from your own living room. Smart travelers keep it in an easy-to-reach pocket, since pulling it out mid-flight beats trying to balance a phone against a water bottle or seat back pocket, and the next item becomes essential the moment you step outside into summer heat. Number 7. A lightweight packable jacket or travel layer. You assume summer means you will be warm everywhere, so you leave extra layers at home to save space. That decision often backfires the moment you step onto an aircraft. Since cabin temperatures are frequently kept cool, regardless of the season outside, leaving shorts and t-shirt travelers shivering somewhere over the clouds. A packable jacket solves this without taking real space in your bag, folding down small enough to fit in a side pocket while giving you the option to stay comfortable whether you are on a freezing flight or a chilly evening at your destination. This matters even more for summer trips to mountain destinations, coastal areas, or places with dramatic temperature swings between day and night, where a single warm layer becomes the difference between an enjoyable evening and an uncomfortable one. Smart travelers choose something that compresses easily and doubles as a pillow or blanket in a pinch, getting more value from one small item than most people expect. And the next item protects you from something that sneaks up quietly during outdoor summer activities. Number 6, a wide-brim sun hat or packable cap. You plan to spend real time outdoors this summer, walking through new cities, relaxing on beaches, or exploring parks, and sun exposure adds up faster than most people realize during long days outside. A wide brim hat protects your face, neck, and ears from direct sun in a way that sunscreen alone often misses, especially in areas people forget to reapply throughout a long day. Packable versions exist specifically for travelers, folding flat or rolling into a small pouch so they do not take up the space of a bulky, structured hat that never quite fits in a suitcase. This single item reduces the risk of sunburn, heat exhaustion, and the kind of discomfort that can turn an exciting vacation day into one spent recovering indoors, instead of enjoying the destination you traveled to see. Smart travelers pack one that clips or straps to a bag, since a hat that blows away on a windy day protects nobody and simply becomes one more thing to chase down. And the next item solves one of the most common panic moments of modern travel. Number 5, a portable power bank that is TSA compliant. Your phone holds your boarding pass, your hotel confirmation, your maps, and your contact with loved ones, yet somehow it is always the device closest to dying by the time you actually need it most. Summer travel days run long, with extra time spent navigating unfamiliar airports, waiting through delays, and using your phone constantly for directions, translation, or entertainment, all of which drains a battery far faster than a normal day at home. A power bank means you are never stuck watching a battery icon turn red while standing in an unfamiliar terminal with no outlet in sight. TSA-compliant models are specifically sized to travel safely in carry-on bags, since certain capacities are restricted, so checking the guidelines before your trip avoids the frustration of having it confiscated at security. Smart travelers keep it charged before every trip and pack it in an easily accessible pocket, not buried under clothes, because the moment your phone dies is rarely a convenient one. And the next item protects your eyes from damage that builds up silently over years of travel. Number 4, UV protective sunglasses. You pack sunglasses because they look good and cut glare, treating them as a style choice rather than a health necessity. But summer sun is stronger. Days are longer, and UV exposure adds up quickly during airport walks, outdoor waiting areas, and destination activities under direct light for hours at a time. Sunglasses without proper UV protection can actually cause your pupils to dilate in shaded lens darkness, letting in more harmful rays than wearing no sunglasses at all, which surprises most travelers who assume any dark lens offers real protection. Proper UV protective lenses block those harmful rays while reducing glare, protecting your eyes during long drives, beach days, and bright airport windows that intensify sunlight throughout a terminal. This becomes especially important for travelers heading to high-altitude destinations or reflective environments like water and sand, where UV exposure multiplies far beyond what people expect on a normal day. Smart travelers check for actual UV protection labeling, rather than assuming dark lenses are automatically safe, since price alone does not guarantee protection. And the next item solves a problem that becomes obvious the second you clear airport security. Number 3, a reusable water bottle, emptied before security. You know, hydration matters, especially in summer, yet many travelers still show up to the checkpoint with a full bottle, only to be forced into choosing between drinking it fast or losing it entirely at the security bin. An empty reusable bottle passes through security without issue, and once you clear the checkpoint, most airports offer refill stations near gates, food courts, or water fountains where you can fill up for free instead of paying premium prices for bottled water at a kiosk. This single habit saves money, reduces plastic waste, and ensures you start your flight already hydrated instead of dehydrated from a long, sweaty walk through a summer terminal. Staying properly hydrated before boarding also reduces the effects of cabin dryness during the flight itself, which tends to hit harder for anyone who arrived at the gate already low on fluids from summer heat outside. Smart travelers carry a bottle that is easy to clip to a bag exterior, refilling it at every opportunity rather than waiting until thirst becomes a real problem mid-flight, and choosing an insulated version keeps water cool for hours in summer heat. And the next item cools you down the moment summer heat becomes overwhelming. Number 2, a cooling neck towel. You feel fine leaving your air-conditioned home, confident that summer heat will not bother you much during a short walk to your car or a rideshare pickup. Then you step outside into a parking garage, a crowded curb, or a terminal with broken air conditioning, and suddenly summer heat feels far more intense than expected, especially while pulling luggage and moving quickly to avoid missing a flight. A cooling neck towel activates with water or a quick snap, depending on the type, providing instant relief around one of the most effective cooling points on your entire body. This becomes especially valuable during long security lines, crowded gate areas, or delays on a hot tarmac where airplane air conditioning has not yet kicked in and temperatures inside the cabin climb uncomfortably fast. It packs flat, weighs almost nothing, and can be reactivated multiple times throughout a single travel day, making it one of the most efficient comfort items on this entire list for the space it takes up. Smart travelers keep it in an outside pocket, ready within seconds, rather than packed deep where heat exhaustion has already set in by the time it gets found. And now we reach the item flight attendants quietly wish every single passenger carried. Number 1, noise-canceling headphones or earbuds. You board the plane expecting a peaceful flight, yet within minutes you hear crying children, loud conversations, roaring engine noise, and the constant hum that makes real relaxation nearly impossible. Summer flights tend to be fuller than almost any other season, with families traveling together, group trips filling entire rows, and cabins packed wall to wall with noise that never quite settles down for the entire flight. Noise-canceling technology cuts through that chaos, lowering engine hum and surrounding noise enough that you can actually rest, focus on a show, or simply enjoy silence during a long summer route to a busy vacation destination. This matters for more than comfort, since constant noise exposure over several hours genuinely increases fatigue, making you land feeling drained instead of ready to start your trip the moment you step off the plane. Flight attendants often mention that passengers wearing headphones tend to stay calmer during delays, turbulence, and long boarding processes simply because they are not absorbing every stressful sound happening around them in real time. Smart travelers charge them fully before departure and keep them in the most accessible pocket of their bag, since fumbling through luggage after boarding defeats the entire purpose. This single item, more than almost anything else on this list, determines whether a long summer flight feels bearable or exhausting from takeoff to landing, and that difference sets the tone for the entire vacation ahead. That covers all 15 items that belong in every carry-on this summer, from the smallest cooling towel to the headphones that protect your energy for the entire trip. Packing smart is not about bringing more, it is about bringing the right things in the right place, packed and ready the moment you actually need them most. Which of these items are already sitting in your bag right now, and which one are you finally adding before your very next flight? Drop it in the comments below and let us know. And if this helped you prepare for summer travel, subscribe to Fly Smart After 70 for more practical guides every week. Travel smart, stay cool, pack with intention, and never let a small missing item turn a great summer trip into a stressful, uncomfortable one.